For those that are just tuning into my channel, it is like my personal diary. And I'm kind of seeing that we learn through other people's experiences. And the more I learn about myself and the progress that I have within myself might help other people. So that's all I'm doing, is just sharing. And I've mentioned in some of my other videos that I'm hypersensitive right now. And a lot of people go around and say, just toughen up. And I'm like, why would I toughen up? You know, this sensitivity is really helping me be aware of shit. So if you find yourself a little sensitive, it's kind of a good thing. Just sort of reflect and pay attention to what's going on. And while I've been using a tool that really helps me shift what's inside me so I attract something different, I start to be more aware of myself and what I'm doing and what I'm putting out into the world. And definitely noticed that I had to be doing something that's of value, which is posting all of these videos because I happen to think this information is valuable, and want to increase my level of prosperity, which I think all of us are on that same path. And I noticed that part of it is in receiving that prosperity. I was always, I guess, inside me attracting a lack of, like, I don't deserve it. I don't value myself. So there's something inside me that needed to be transformed. And it still is a process. You know, I started this, didn't even ask for any support or prosperity, just put something out there for me to develop my own communication skills. And if it attracted other people, that was a good sign that, hey, I'm on the right path. And definitely feeling success in that area just by the number of views and the number of people subscribing. Obviously, something I'm saying is at one with other people. Then I kind of noticed that you have to ask for what it is you need. So I started asking people if they want to support me in what I'm doing. If it has value, then I needed to ask for that. And the second I started asking for something, I started receiving. Now, it's been a few days since an offer of financial support was coming to me. And it was really odd because the guy sent me one email, didn't even see it. And thank you very much for sending me another email so that it would be like a red flag. Hey, I'm trying to send you money. And it really made me look at myself that, God, I don't even notice when it's there right in front of me. When I ask for it, there it is, it shows up, and you can't even see it when it shows up. You don't have the comprehension to see what it is you want to see, which is my whole point of everything. And this is the path that I'm kind of working on for myself and hoping to share with everybody else. So then it was wired into my bank. And because it's a long weekend here in Canada and it takes a few days, it didn't come until today. And I'm noticing in myself the vibrations in myself, the sensitivity. I can see the vibration, the nervousness, it's almost, it feels extremely negative. There's a lot of negativity inside me that I'm feeling while somebody's doing something good for me. And it's like, okay, reflect on that. Why would you feel bad about that? Then there's okay, I know what that is. As soon as somebody offers me help, as soon as, there's a whole pile of agencies that say they're out there to help you, when you're dealing with all this abuse, you go out there and you find out they're not really helping you. The police are supposed to be there to help you, and then when you really need them, they're not there. So it's a disappointment that when people say they're going to help you, they're not there. So I have this massive memory and association to anything that's good. I relate it to, there's going to be another disappointment. And I can see that in myself. I can see that negative energy that is so upsetting, is so negative. And if I keep that, if I keep that memory that nobody's ever out there actually helping, then I will constantly attract that, because that's all I'm looking for. It's all I will pay attention to. So while I'm noticing myself have this vibration, and let me tell you, it is a vibration. You can feel it in every freaking cell of my body. It makes my heart race, almost kind of wants me crying. Um, it really, really changes the physiology and the biology of my whole entire body. Being sensitive, you can really, really feel it. It's really, really powerful. So while I'm noticing this is going on with me, it's like, nah, don't believe in that. The past is not doesn't have to be the future, and I don't have to be disappointed all the time, and this is a good thing. So the bank's open today, and finally had the courage to phone in and see if it had arrived, and my God, what an amazing, generous offer to the guy that made the donation. I don't want to know if you want me to say your name. Um, if you do, trust me, I will spread your name out as much as possible. One thing I really do, and notice that you're not doing, is you mentioned to me that you were trying to attract something yourself, and you mentioned to me that you have some excuses going on that aren't unfolding, and I asked you, what is it that you are doing, and what are the excuses you're doing, so maybe we can work on it together, and maybe we can sort of talk about it and bring as much positive energy so others can support you. Because obviously, somebody as generous as you, somebody that's so centered as you, somebody that's so giving to the universe, is deserving of having that back. And you have not responded to me in that way. And that's where I'd really like to, focus a few of my videos on, is how can we support you? I mean, when somebody gives and gives from the heart, what it does to the person receiving it, if they really truly feel the gratitude of the gift of love that was sent to you, they want to send it back to you. So I'm like really motivated to send that love back to you, and that's how things build, and that's how it goes back and forth. And it's like, if we can get a universe just sending out love, you have to ask what it is you need, and not push your idea of what people need. So, all of us that are living in lack, we kind of have to really understand what is it we really need, and we have to learn how to communicate it so we can ask for it. And then just be open to receiving it. And now I notice that there are energy waves out there. I know the science behind that. Happen to see somebody else's channel on it. I'll post a link to this guy's channel because I think he's onto something. But he's making these things. I'll pronounce it wrong, that's why I'm not saying it. But he makes these things that definitely transforms the energy you have within you, will help you manifest what it is your intentions are focused on. Kind of understand the science behind that. So this thing that he's building, kind of happened to think it works. Kind of had a little bit of problem sleeping. And it's amazing that since I've asked for this guy's thing, I asked him, hey, you want to send one of those to me free? I'll see if it works, and if it does, we'll talk a lot about it. And this guy's more excited to give me, he made one of these things, and by the email exchange, he sounds more excited in building and sending it to me free than I actually am in receiving it, which makes me even want to receive it even more, because the amazing love and intention and want to do good in the planet is so massive from this guy that it makes me just want to do something back for him. So I'm really, really anxious to receive this gift that he's sending to me, and trying it out and seeing how well it works, and returning that favor in some way, shape, or form. It's, we need to be supporting of everybody else. I'm not the one that has all of the answers, but I know if we can unfold the answers everybody else has, if you listen to your intuition, know how to use your intuition, and find your purpose, it's like I want to support you. So it's really, really friggin' cool stuff. Hope this means anything to somebody because it sure is powerful shit for me. And I'm just sharing. Peace and love out.